Well, it's the same thing, you know. People always think that strikers are different. We are, in a way. We were sometimes a bit, I would say, or goalkeepers. Goalkeepers also from their line, they can analyze the game, they can see everything. Usually they are the guys that can talk. And for us also being at the top of everything, when you turn at times, you see what's missing or not, you know, and the knowledge of the game is still the same, regardless of if you're a striker, a right back, a center midfielder, you know, or if you're a great player or not a great player, that doesn't mean that you can't see the game. No, I don't think like that because, you know, for example, if I like a certain way of playing, I'm not going to think about that because I'm a striker. It doesn't really change that. You know, I used to play a certain way, and you know, seeing the games doesn't change because I was a striker. They all shaped me. Every single coach I had shaped me. Even the one that didn't believe in me, because they do shape you in a way. The one that do believe in you, they shape you in a different way because obviously you can grow a bit more with confidence. But I always say that sometimes, you know, I found out about myself a bit more when I had difficult periods in my career, because when the chips are down and people are not really helping, that's when you're alone at times and you need to make sure that you can go back on track. But obviously, you know, I can talk about, you know, the history of my career with the guys that you guys don't know about. Because you know about Arsene, because you know about Pep, because you know about the guys that are in the national team and whatnot. But the guys that are also very important is the guy that you have when you're an amateur. Those guys do really shape you actually and prepare you to go to the professional world. And then the professionals, managers, shape you a different way. You know, they shape you to be ready and prepared to live in that world. But you know, I had young managers that, again, you guys would not know about, that were great for me at a young age. So I'm not going to name them all, but in a way, the point that I'm trying to make is the obvious one for you will be Arsene, because it was amazing for me in my development. Pep also in a different way after when I went to Barcelona. Then I can mention Aimé Jacquet and some others in the national team. And guys also that you will not know that didn't believe in me when I was 13 or 14, but it did help because I raised my game trying to prove them wrong also, you know. So any little help that didn't look like a help at times, you know, that was first and foremost, you need to have the right structures around. So what I mean by that is being able to dream is key for a youngster. So you mentioned India, so I'm gonna stay in and around where we are right now. So, for example, being able to see games now on TV and see every single league, you can actually dream about it. But then after, maybe when you go to your local club and you don't see the same facilities, the same approach, or the same education that maybe you think that people might have in Europe, it becomes very difficult. So you dream when you see that on TV, and it doesn't become, or cannot maybe become a reality because you don't have all the tools that you need to have in order to succeed. But I think that what ISL is doing, what PUMA is doing also to try to raise awareness and making people come here to teach the locals, coaches, to teach some of the youngsters to know about the game earlier, I think that's going to be very important. You know, then after we can talk about because if you don't have all the foundations right from the start, it's difficult to give an advice to someone that cannot actually try to put it. I can always tell you work hard, I can always tell you listen to your coach, but what is your coach is saying to you? So if I tell you to listen to your coach and he doesn't give you the right advice, then you're going to turn and say to me, oh, I listen to my coach, but it seems like it doesn't work. One thing I can say, always dream that you can believe that you can do it, and always believe that you can. Believe is very important. You know, if you don't believe in yourself, who will?
Yeah. Just wanted to ask, how do you pick brand endorsements? How did you pick PUMA, and how's the journey been so far?
Well, it's a simple one. I think, you know, there is at one point you reach a certain level where you can have you communicate with brands. Is I don't pick PUMA, they don't pick me. We pick each other. We met. We had a good understanding of where we wanted to go. Especially with grassroots, that's very important. You know, people always talk about it is where it is. We're not going to lie. Marketing is important, exposure of the brand is important. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, if you can also give back to the youth, it's very important. And that's how it happened basically with me.